There is a fundamental error in how most people view human relationships. We view connection as a transactional market. We are taught from childhood, if I do a favor for you, you will like me. If I buy you a gift, you will value me. If I am always available to help, you will respect me. This is the nice guy paradox. In reality, when you constantly do favors for people who have not earned them, you do not create love. You create contempt. You signal that your time is cheap. You signal that you are trying to buy their approval because you don't believe you deserve it. Subconsciously, the other person asks, why is he trying so hard? What is wrong with him? You become a servant, not an equal, and nobody falls in love with a servant. Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers of America and a master diplomat, understood a secret that modern psychology has only recently confirmed. He knew that to make someone love you, you shouldn't do them a favor. You should get them to do a favor for you.
This is psychological hacking at its finest. It forces the other person's brain to justify why they are helping you, and the only justification the brain can find is, I must like him. In this video, we will explore the Ben Franklin effect. We will break down Leon Festinger's groundbreaking experiment on cognitive dissonance. We will explain why playing hard to get is scientifically accurate, and we will teach you the foot-in-the-door technique to turn enemies into allies and targets into investors. Welcome to Umbra Decode. Stop serving, start hacking. The year is 1730. Benjamin Franklin is a young, ambitious politician in the Pennsylvania Assembly. But he has a problem. A wealthy, powerful rival legislator hates him. This man has money, influence, and is publicly attacking Franklin's character in the press. Franklin is stuck. If he fights back, he makes a powerful enemy for life. If he tries to win him over with flattery or gifts, he looks weak and servile.
So, Franklin tries a psychological experiment. He knows this rival is a proud intellectual who possesses a rare book in his private library. Franklin sends him a note. He does not ask for political mercy. He does not ask for a donation. He writes, I have heard of the rare and curious book in your library. May I borrow it for a few days to peruse?
The rival is flattered. It appeals to his vanity as a scholar. He sends the book immediately. A week later, Franklin returns it with a note of genuine thanks. The interaction is over. Or so it seems.
The next time they met in the house, the rival spoke to Franklin for the first time. He was polite. He was warm. He eventually became one of Franklin's closest allies. Franklin wrote in his autobiography, He that has once done you a kindness will be more ready to do you another than he whom you yourself have obliged. This is the key. The rival did not like Franklin, so he lent him the book. He lent him the book, and therefore he had to like Franklin. Behavior followed action.
For 200 years, this was just an anecdote. Then, in 1959, psychologist Leon Festinger proved it in a lab. He conducted the famous boring task experiment. He asked students to perform an incredibly boring task, turning pegs on a board, for an hour. It was mind-numbing. After the hour, he asked the students to lie to the next participant. He asked them to say, the task was actually really fun. He paid half the students $20 to tell the lie. He paid the other half only $1 to tell the lie. Here is the twist. Later, he asked the students what they really thought of the task. The students paid $20, admitted it was boring. They knew they lied for the money. There was no conflict. But the students paid $1. They claimed the task was actually fun. Why? Because of cognitive dissonance. The brain of the $1 student had a conflict. 1, I'm an honest person. 2, I just lied for only $1. This creates psychological pain. To fix the pain, the brain rewrites reality. I wouldn't lie for $1, I'm not cheap, so I must have actually enjoyed the task. This is exactly what happened to Franklin's rival. I hate Franklin. I just did Franklin a favor. The brain cannot handle the contradiction, so it changes the belief to match the action. I must like Franklin, otherwise I wouldn't have helped him. You can change a mind by changing an action first. This phenomenon explains why we fall in love with people who treat us poorly, or why we obsess over projects we worked hard on. Behavioral economists call this the IKEA Effect. We place a disproportionately high value on things we helped create. Labor leads to love. In dating, this is the sunk cost fallacy. If you are the one always driving to see them, always paying for dinner, always planning the dates, you are the one investing labor. You are building the furniture. They are just watching. As a result, you fall in love and they lose interest. Why? Because they have no skin in the game.
Think of a video game. If you were given the best armor at level 1 for free, you would play for 10 minutes and quit. You value the armor because you suffered for it. To make someone value you, you must allow them to invest in you. Ask for small favors. Can you hold my drink? Can you pick me up? Can you give me your opinion on this? You are not being a burden. You are giving them the gift of investment.
Like all psychological weapons, this can be used for manipulation. Salesmen and con artists use a variation called the foot-in-the-door technique. They know that if they ask for a big favor, give me your bank account, you will say no. So they ask for a micro favor first.
Can you just sign this petition to save the environment? Yes. Can you wear this sticker? Yes. Can you donate $5? Yes. Because you agreed to the small request, your brain labels you as the kind of person who supports this cause. To maintain consistency, you agreed to larger and larger requests.
This is how cults recruit. They don't ask you to drink the poison on day 1. They ask you to come to a free dinner, then a weekend workshop, then a week-long retreat. By the time they ask for your life savings, you have already invested so much time that saying no would create too much dissonance. Be warned, if someone asks you for a small favor that feels slightly unnecessary, they might be testing the lock on your door. So, how do you use this ethically to build alliances? You don't ask for money. You don't ask for labor. You ask for wisdom. The most powerful form of the Ben Franklin effect is asking for advice. Scenario: you have a difficult boss or a distant mentor you want to impress. Do not try to impress them with your skills. Instead, go to them and say, "John, I really admire how you handled that negotiation last year. I'm struggling with a similar situation. Could I borrow your brain for 5 minutes to get your perspective?"
Look at what you just did. You validated his status, you admire him, you showed vulnerability, you need help, and you gave him the floor to talk about himself. Narcissistic supply. Now he has invested his wisdom in your success. If you fail, his advice failed. He now wants you to win because he has a stake in your victory. You have turned a boss into a mentor with one question. We are taught that independence is strength. We are taught that needing help is weakness. But in the social web, total independence is isolation. By refusing to ask for help, you deny others the opportunity to feel good about themselves. You deny them the chance to be the hero. To hack a human brain, you must allow it to invest in you. Be brave enough to be a burden, just a small one. Ask for the book. Ask for the advice. You might find that in their effort to help you, they end up helping themselves to a new friend. For more keys to the human mind, subscribe to Umbra Decodes. The lock is always on the inside.